It's a cautionary tale. It's not going to be fun. Dr. Hannibal Lecter, Darth Vader, the Wicked Witch of the West. Nothing compared to the enemy at the gates right now. Do not let them in. But on the other hand, they're so helpful and smart, cute, they're polite. Their diction is better than any of us. Maybe we should let them in. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me give you a little backstory, a little introduction. Hello. My name is Charlie. I am what they call an HFM, a high-functioning moron. I'm basically the perfect demo user for new technologies. Think of me as your personal crash test dummy. I'm here to take the fall for you. So I'm the walking example of what not to do. I get everything wrong. My head is a swirl of ideas. Some of them are highly valuable, and some of them point to me eating too much paste in kindergarten. But luckily, I found the perfect place for my wild imaginings, marketing and design, where being a little crazy is actually rewarded. My last big agency, I rose up quickly, speaking all over the country in boardrooms and conferences, helping launch new vehicles and new ideas. Like, if you needed a fresh idea, I was the doctor they'd totally come see. I helped companies break out of that's the way we've always done it attitude. Yippee! So, but a big change happened. And it was so subtle how it happened. Instead of the usual email of, let's run this by Charlie, it said, let's run this by Al. Who the hell's Al? I don't want to work with Al. I want a good time Charlie. Oh, what's up, Chuck? I want Charles in charge of me. Nobody wants Alan in charge. So I let it go because I'm the bigger person. But then the next week, there it is again. Let's see what Al thinks. Have you checked with Al? So I storm into my boss's office and I'm like, I see what's going on here. You're replacing me. Who's this Al? And she looks at me cold dead in the eyes and she's like, there's no Al, you moron. It's AI. Oh, okay. That was on me. I should have caught that. But I think part of the blame has to go to Helvetica. If a capital I did not look like a lowercase L, we would not be here right now. But we are right here with this little creature running amok in the office. And what are we going to do with it? This isn't the future we were promised. I want my flying cars. I want my jetpacks. I want the robo-maids. But the Jetsons are still rolling in bedrock. We have no flying cars. This looks more like Mad Max than Spacely Sprockets. And you know what? The computers keep getting smarter, and we're starting to see the writing on the wall. The call is coming from inside the office. Instead of outsourcing all the back-breaking labor we didn't want to do, now it's taking the cushy, intellectual, white-collar jobs. And fear and loathing setting in. They took their jobs. Now we're seeing this modern hipster Luddite backlash, where anyone who's using AI, like, hack. I'm protesting anything with AI. Wait, you want bespoke PowerPoint slides? I'm sorry, I can't help you there. It's like 1811 all over again, when the Luddites broke into the looming factories and destroyed the machines because they thought the new automated weaving machines were going to replace all their jobs. And here's the thing, the Luddites were right. Those old weaving jobs went away. But the new technology increased productivity and created new jobs and more prosperity for all of us. It seems like we're always throwing a wrench in the works. We hate innovation almost as much as we're driven to invent it. This isn't our first rodeo. From the beginning of time, humans have used our oversized brains to invent new technologies to get things done. Is there disruption? Hell yes. Facebook's model is run fast and break things. And the only one who enjoys change is a wet baby. But the inevitability of change is the one thing we can't change. Sometimes a new technology will wipe out workers and a whole industry. Sometimes it just gives us more stuff we have to do. Take the Ebenzaler, the bean counter. From the building of the pyramid to the harvest of the crop, there's always been someone managing the books. And this was a sacred art. And as new technologies have come online, it's created a moat. Those adding machines were not cheap when they were launched. Now they come free with a logo on them. Those complex computing systems were even more complex. But then a new technology came on, and now we all have to excel at our jobs. Thanks for nothing, advanced technology. So people are running around saying, the end is near. But you know what? People have always been saying the end is near since the beginning. And the naysayers may be right this time, but I'm not betting on them. I'm betting on myself, and I'm betting on everybody in this room. Because here's what it comes down to. AI is not going to replace your job, but someone who uses AI most definitely will. So how many people, when you hear AI, think of doing this? All right. And that's fair. I get it. I'm the same way. I'm not in favor of AI, but it's here. The AI strategy is not down in the sand. The future is not afraid of ostriches. So you've got to decide right now. Grab a stick, heat them up, and let's show them the way we do business in Lima. All right? Because we're past this point of saying, well, should we be using it? Yes, you're already late. All right? There's more than 1 billion people on the planet who've played with these AI chatbots, but only a small percentage are paying for the service, and even a smaller percentage have really opened the hood to get what's on it. Quick sidebar for the people in the room. If you're in management, if you own a business, if you don't already have an AI policy at work, you've already implemented an AI policy at work. Much like its cousin BYOB, they'll both have you day drinking, all right? Because here's the thing, if your employees are using AI at home, they're using it at work. And so you need to have a conversation about best practices and what you'd like people to use with it. Remember, most people have zero tolerance for a zero tolerance policy. When AI is outlawed, only outlaws will use AI. So it's a tale of the haves and have-nots. The more you use AI, the more proficient you become with it. But a lot of people are just using it as a toy right now. I mean, you see these silly prompts and people are like, making action figures and caricatures and why would you use such a powerful tool to do amazing things? Here's the sneaky thing though. These silly prompts actually get you to adopt, get you to try it out. It's a toy. You're not using AI. You're just having fun. And that's how they drive downloads and installs and adoption. And you can't blame the tool because we have always misused new technologies. Just what humans do. But playtime's over. It's time to get to work. Let's talk about how we adopt AI in the workplace. Now, AI is a catch-all for anything happening in technology. We could spend all day playing buzzword bingo, but that's not going to help us at all. When most people talk about AI, what they're meaning is a chat GPT or the like, a generative AI chatbot that interacts with us like the computers did on Star Trek. Okay, think ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or Grok or any million. Just pick one and go. They're all a good option. They're all super smart and responsive and polite, and they're ready to do your bidding. All right, but keep in mind, every chatbot, you want to get in that sandbox and use it, but every sandbox is also a litter box. So you're probably going to turn up more turds than diamonds as you start using this. But you've got to get used to working with it. The first way that people are using AI is search. Chat is the new Google. Now, in getting a sea of results, we're getting one result. I don't know if it's better, but that's what's happening. The other thing we're doing with it is AI for email. You give it a few bullet points, and it spins up this beautiful prose that you can send off. And then it'll also summarize your emails for you, which begs the question, if we're using AI to write it and AI to summarize it, most of AI's time is just talking to itself. Like, I just wrote this. A third way that people are using AI that's really cool is the blank canvas killer. All right. Sometimes writer's block hits you, you don't know what to say. Your chatbot can spit up a first draft for you to react to. It's often easier to be the critic than the creator. But don't rely on this too much, because the second draft of your original idea is where AI can really give the gold, in my opinion. Here's what it comes down to. AI does not care how smart you are. It doesn't reward intelligence. It rewards clarity, meaning going forward, your humanity is going to be a skill and your IQ doesn't matter, but your ability to ask good questions and clarify what you're looking for is really what's going to be the most valuable skill from here on out. Now, I'm not supposed to tell you guys this, but here's the thing. The large language models, the algorithms that AI is based on, really are just trained on the Spice Girls. Tell me what you want, what you really want. I'll tell you what you want, really want. They laid it all out for us in 1996. All you have to do is communicate what you want. It's like trying to get your wife to pick where you want to go for dinner. Just tell me! So before you wind your body down and slam your body out, I think I screwed that up. If you want to be my lover, okay. Sorry, I'm sidetracking here. AI, we were talking about AI. All right, I want you to rethink AI as a tool. Get that out of your head. AI is a coworker, all right? Think of AI as your digital employee. And let me tell you, it is going to win Employee of the Month. But you've got to manage it. You've got to develop it. You've got to give it feedback. You've got to guide it. It's a lot like parenting, but without all the dirty diapers. Now, AI is basically Jim Carrey. It's wildly talented, but also batshit crazy, all right? You've got to rein him in. Jim Carrey can do anything with glee and a bright orange tuxedo. So you want to rein him in. You want to give him a persona, a role. In AI, we call it a persona. What do you want Jim to do? What do you want AI to do? Because it can do anything. It can be your top competitor. It can be your COO. It can be a new customer. It can be your existing customer. You might want to get your camera out. You take a picture of the next slide. I promise it's not a nude. It would be a tasteful nude if I was using nude, but it's not. This is a framework that I think you can use for crafting a good prompt. Now I use the acronym RAPID to remember this. It's role, audience, purpose, ideas, and dialogue. First, what's that persona? What's the role you want to play? What hat do you want AI to do? All right, I'd like you to be a marketing consultant. I'd like you to be a customer. I'd like you to be an employee. Think of the audience of who you're working for. I'm trying to reach owners of 1973 Chevelles. All right. What is my purpose? I'm trying to grow my subscriptions 20% in the next corner. So once you kind of have that wrapped down, now you can have it generate ideas. Give me 10 good ideas for blank, whatever you're trying to accomplish. Give me 3 risks, 3 opportunities. What's the next step I can take? AI does a great job at generating those ideas for you once you've given it a framework to fill in. And then once you have those answers, now have a dialogue with it. That's what that D is, the dialogue. What are my blind spots? What am I forgetting to ask you? What should I be thinking about with this particular problem? Once you've moved on from chatbots, you can build AI agents, which do the work for you autonomously. A chatbot, you have to give a direction to every time. An AI agent just goes off and does your bidding. That's right, folks. You now have minions. And luckily, AI are more competent than Kevin, Stuart, and Bob. Banana. Can I get a good banana? That's pretty weak. Spring. So agents are the process automation we've always been promised. It's going to do our work for us, thanks to George Jetson. And then we will build agentic systems that will self-improve. Now, we have to walk and run before we can fly. They just know in the next couple of years, it's coming from marketing, HR, finance, IT, sales. These agentic systems are building it. So AI is this mech suit. It's this superpower that makes us taller, stronger, faster, better. Because here's the thing. Our job descriptions keep expanding, our budgets keep contracting, and I don't know about you, but my efforts to grow a 3rd, 4th, or 5th arm have yielded no new arms. So the challenge we're going to run into as AIs are so capable, we're going to outsource all that work we are doing. And you can't outsource your spine, all right? Don't let the robots do all the work as you're getting these productivity gains, all right? As your capabilities expand, I want you to expand what you're delivering, what value you bring to the table, what new offerings can we be doing, what new relationships and partnerships can I do? Because job descriptions are no longer written in ink, all right? I don't know if AI is a bubble or the next big thing. Probably. I don't know if it's evil or wonderful. Probably, yes. Is it a competitor or a collaborator? Yes. Is it going to cure cancer or create some wonderland? Maybe. Maybe it's going to be the doom of us all. But what I do know is we can't put the genie back in the bottle. So we've got to grab the wheel and steer to the destination we want to go. AI wants you to lead. It needs you to initiate. So point it in the right direction. And keep in mind, there's a lot of things that AI can't do. Humanity, emotion, wonder, empathy, fun. These are the things that you still need to bring to the table. All right? Be a joy machine. Be a pleasure to work with. Deliver great work in all the fields. That's your competitive advantage. You now have access to the greatest musicians on the planet. Pick up the baton and have them play a symphony that you conduct. Now, keep in mind, everything I've just said is already out of date. The AI space is updating so quickly. There's new capabilities, new liabilities, new rules coming online. It's freaking chaos out here, all right? But let me preach. Dress rehearsal is over. It's time to get to work. You're learning a new language. You need to use it every day. This is a major culture shift. Start today and start again tomorrow. AI does not replace expertise. It amplifies it. It enhances it. Don't outsource what you do great. All right? And remember that the fish rots from the head, but it also learns from there. So use it. Talk to your team about using it. Now every employee is a manager of their digital employee. It's a real force multiplier. Are you ready to march into battle? If you need an AI adoption consultant, let's talk. I don't know if this is a cautionary tale. I don't know if it's the end or the beginning, but I will tell you this. When the lolcats and our Roombas combine with Skynet to lead the robo-apocalypse, I will be there on the front lines fighting. And you may join me, and they may assign you to be my bodyguard. And I only have one request for you. Please, don't you dare call me Al.